Nobody tells you this, but graduating college might just be the worst thing to happen to your dating life. Because while you're stressing, making sure you pass that final, get that internship, and finally landing that dream job, once you graduate, you'll then realize you just spent 4 years and just left the easiest place to meet someone. And before somebody comments, Jason, just go meet people, it's so easy. Where? Let's actually think about this for a second because people don't realize how overpowered being in school really is. Because you're surrounded by thousands of people in the same stage of life as you, same city, same place, same interests, literally all doing the same thing together. And the best part is, you can be just walking to class and finding the love of your life could literally be a seat next to you. Things like going to college parties, things like joining student clubs, living in dorms. And guess what? Even if you get rejected, there's like 50 other people in the same class as you or even next door in your dorm that you can meet and you can talk to. And you don't realize what you have until one day you graduate and it's all gone. And you're probably thinking, but what about all the people you met and all the friends you made in college? Why not date them? Because after you graduate, one friend moves across the country, another one gets engaged, the other one moves to the big city, and then you're all alone. And when you're alone, it finally hits you. Where do adults even go to meet people? And for some reason, everyone says the same thing and gives the same advice. Coworkers. Have you guys sat down for 1 second and really think about what would happen if you dated your coworker? Let's say it works. Cool. But now, let's say it doesn't. Now it's Monday, 8 in the morning, and you two are there, standing there awkwardly, pretending the coffee machine is the most interesting thing there. So now, not only does your manager know, all the coworkers know, and now imagine going to lunch and going to work every day knowing everyone knows that you and your coworker dated and failed. Not gonna be me. So then you do the next logical thing. You download a dating app. I know what you're gonna say. Dating apps work. My friend got a dating app and got a girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna meet the love of your life by downloading Hinge because dating apps are either the greatest thing of all time or the biggest waste of time in human history. Because for 90% of guys on a dating app, this is how it goes. You meet a girl, you match, you exchange Instagrams, whatever, small talk, you're like, hey, are you free tomorrow? Ghosted. Before you even get a response, before she even says yes or no to the date, you're already unmatched. So what do? You keep swiping, and the process, the cycle continues forever. Because after a while, it literally just feels like you're window shopping rather than actually meeting and talking to new people. And now moving on to the next place that people for some reason love to shoot their shot at, the gym. Could you imagine getting rejected while hitting legs? That might just be the worst day of my life. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the gym isn't like a bar. The gym isn't like a party. The gym is where you go just to work out, not to go find the love of your life and have a conversation with someone that you don't even know. Because imagine you go up to a girl and try to shoot your shot and she rejects you. Now what? Now you both feel awkward because you're going to be at the same place tomorrow at the exact same time. So now one of you guys is probably going to change the time that you work out just to accommodate and not make it awkward for the other party. Do not shoot your shot at the gym. It is not where you go to try to socialize and find a boyfriend or girlfriend. You just go there to work out. Moving on to the next place, as I already referenced, the bar. Now, the bar, unlike the gym, is actually a socially acceptable place to go around and shoot your shot. Because what do people do at the bars? They drink, and they're intoxicated, and they're most likely looking for some fun. However, I said fun, not a long, healthy relationship, because most people that go to bars are just single, looking for some short-term dopamine and short-term fun, not a marriage wedding. And to prove my point further, when's the last time you heard of anyone getting into a long relationship by meeting at a bar? Moving on to a personal favorite of mine, raves. I love raves. I've been to countless amounts, and I can say this with full confidence, you are not going to find the love of your life at a rave. I do not care. I've seen girls with fully committed long-term boyfriends go to a rave and dance with 10 different guys before the 5th song even comes on. Because I've seen so many guys go to a rave just purely to find a rave bae and find a girlfriend, and they find a girl. They hit it off. They start dancing. And then the next morning, when the e-love and the drugs wear off, she's like, oh, by the way, I have to go back home to my boyfriends. Like, I'm telling you, man, you are not finding the love of your life at a rave. And here's the thing. I don't think dating got harder, but meeting people, that got much harder. But those two are completely different problems because school forced people into your life, but adult life does not. Because now nobody's introducing you to people anymore. Nobody's sitting with you in class. And nobody's asking you, oh, you guys should date. You guys seem cute. Because as an adult, if you actually want to meet people, you have to build a life around you that lets you do that. And if you made it this far in the video, you're probably thinking, Jason, is it just over? Are you telling me I should just not go to college if I want any hope of finding the love of my life? No. Here's things that actually work, especially after you graduate college and you enter your adult life. Get a hobby. There is nothing that gets people connected faster than spending time doing something that they both enjoy. One of my friends recently picked up pickleball in the summer. He started going to courts publicly by himself to try to find people to play with. And what happened? He bumped into a girl that also just picked up pickleball and they started playing together frequently. And then eventually they started hanging out outside of pickleball. And what happened? They're now dating. Am I telling you it has to be pickleball or any sport? No. Any activity where you see the same people repeatedly over and over. And why is that, you might be asking? Because that's what college was. Repeated exposure. Seeing the same people every day. Because that's how friendships are built. And that's how relationships are made. You didn't meet your favorite friend in school because they randomly walked into your life magically in your classroom, but it's because you kept seeing them in the same place every single day. So if you're seeing this and you're not yet in college or you're still in college, don't take it for granted. Go out there, socialize, meet friends, join clubs, because I'm telling you, one day you're going to graduate and you're going to realize how hard it is to replace what college gave you for free.